Hello, hello. My name is Linda, also known as Tortajala around the internet, and I love creative journaling and all things stationery. And in this video, I just wanted to do my monthly casual fountain pen chit chat to quickly go over what has happened since the last time. So, the biggest event for the past month is that I finally got my Coffee Monsters Co for Esterbrook Estie pen. Yes, finally. I did do an unboxing. I was super excited and wanted to share, of course, which like pen swirl resin pattern I got. So go check that out if you are interested. But I basically bought like the ink, the blotter papers, and the pen. And I had asked Apple Boom to like choose the pen that looked the closest to the marketing photos for me. So that's why it took so long, because I was just not wanting the red tones that I have seen show up in some of the Jonathan Brooks resin like swirls, because there is obviously variation. I happen to get this beautiful, just light and dark, representative of like a milky latte and also like espresso, black drip coffee. So I'm really happy with the pen that I got, and I have been using it and writing with it, and it works so well. I am very happy with my Estie. Um, and one thing I did want to mention, I also got the Esterbrook writing bundle, and it's so odd. I think that many shops give this like little package free if you buy an Esterbrook pen. But I just got it. I just tacked it on with my order because I was like already ordering. It's nothing groundbreaking or anything. It's just like a pen cozy and then a notebook and stickers, extra cartridges. But it comes with this like cloth thing, and I thought it was for writing on top of, to practice because it's like a writing bundle. But I don't think that makes sense because this cloth is like rough. And how can you write on it smoothly? Like it just doesn't make any sense. It is washable though. I've already washed it. And of course, if you don't put it like flat, it's gonna dry in like a weird shape. But yeah, I guess it's better for like cleaning your pens maybe, but it's so absorbent, I feel like you're still gonna get like your hands dirty, right? So I don't know. If you know more about this item, please let me know exactly what it's for or what it makes sense for. Or maybe are you supposed to put like a piece of paper on top of it and like trace on top? I don't know. Um, yeah, maybe I'm missing something, but please let me know if you do know. I'm just very confused by this item and exactly how it's meant to be used. Unfortunately, I also have a very sad update regarding my Coffee Monsters Co. Esterbrook SD pen. As you can see, the gold foiling on the end cap that says Esterbrook has rubbed off, and it has been, what, less than 2 weeks that I've been using this. But I think it's because I mean, I love it so much that I did use it and finish the ink, and so then I went to wash it before deciding if I would re-ink it, and I think the washing made the gold foil come off. And I did do a video on this, so you can check that out. But yeah, that is another update that is really, really sad. And I contacted Esterbrook, so I'm just waiting to hear back and trying to figure out. I mean, I don't know you know, what's going to happen, but that is another um, update in my fountain pen life, and it has definitely just put in a damper on the whole experience, really. But let me move on to the Forgotten Ice Coffee ink by Esterbrook and the Coffee Monster Co. This was the ink that was released with the pen, and um, I'm just going to swatch it out so that I could add it to my ink reference binder. But I'm sort of confused by this ink color in general. It's not a negative thing, it's like totally a positive thing. But when I first saw the photos and swatches online, I just thought it was like sort of boring because it just looks sort of washed out, like gray or brown, very light. But now that I have it, it just seems very unique and almost sort of weird because there's such a big mix of colors in it, but I don't know if it shows on camera very well. I feel like the camera or photos sort of like washes it out like the color, and it looks much more gray on camera, whereas in real life it definitely has like these like brownie tones. I have a medium nib on my Estie, so it is very juicy when I write, and when I use this ink, or write with this ink, it looks very dark because it's so juicy, but then it dries down very like matte looking, almost like some of the Jacques Herbin inks that I have. And when it's dry, the writing you can see is very like almost like light pinky brown leaning rather than gray. And I know some people have said that it looks sort of green. And this might be because of, cameras, photos. It's not true to color. But when I've seen other people swatch it, I've seen some people who have like this look where it looks almost like muddy green. So yeah, it's so interesting to me and it's so hard to categorize. I'm not sure if this is going to be in like my brown section or my gray section of my ink reference binder. Yeah, I have to use this more and like figure it out kind of thing and place it. But I do think it's fun and it is not too light. It is very legible, probably because of the fact that like it shades. It has just variation. So that is good. So yeah, just adding this to my ink reference binder, doing the swatches, all that kind of stuff to add it in. So these past few weeks, I have been very distracted because I am trying to prepare things and get ready for summer. I am taking my three kids with me alone to the United States to visit family. We've actually done this before, so it's not um, like first time jitters or anything like that. But it's always going to be challenging. One, to travel in general, and of course with kids and just not knowing what will happen and worrying about them, making sure they're okay and trying to prepare. Um, and like my youngest, it's actually going to be harder because like when they're very young, like when they're babies, it's almost like easier to know how to prepare and figure things out. But now she's a toddler, so she's gonna be the one like walking up and down the aisle probably and bothering people. So yeah, it's gonna be a different experience because of that. Even though I've gone through the experience before with other kids, so it's not necessarily negative in that way, but just anxiety in general and trying to plan. So I've been very distracted, and in my fountain pen chit chat last time, I mentioned that I did get new pens in the past month, but I've just not done a video introducing them yet because I'm still playing with them, and I sort of just am not in the mental space to like focus, you know what I mean? And make a like dedicated video to the pens. So all of that stuff is probably going to come in like August, September, because I just doubt that I would have the time or really just the um yeah, mental capacity to like concentrate to do those things. So when it comes to fountain pens, I am just using all that I have inked up because I don't want to actually re-ink them because I'm going to be gone for so long. It just doesn't make sense to like re-ink something that I know that I'm not going to be able to finish and just have it sit around. So I don't know if I'm gonna bring fountain pens with me when we travel. Like I did get a new Coeco, like the Bordeaux that I've always wanted because it matches the new Love and Trip TN that I bought. But I realized, like just yesterday, literally, that it's all up in the air now because I was gonna set up my traveler's notebook and bring it. But I bought the Road Trip TN and it's waiting for me in the States. So I just realized, like, why am I bringing another TN if I could just bring like the guts of what I want and when I arrive there, just open the new TN and use it. You know what I mean? Obviously that means I wouldn't be able to like film the opening and all that. I don't know. But yeah, so on the fountain pen front of things, I'm just trying to empty the pens that I already have, inked and not re-ink anything, even though I have re-inked my Leonardo's, which is probably saying something because it means that I like them enough to not be able to hold back to not re-ink them. I don't know if I'm biased because I'm here in Italy, but they like are my first fancy pens and I really, really like them. There's something to be said about quality and smooth writing. And again, I feel like the more I use them, the better it gets. So, definitely getting a whole new, different experience with these new pens. So, that is really exciting. But at the same time, I feel like right now, what I really need to do is hold, like put a hold on everything because I'm preparing for the summer. I'm going to be traveling. I'm not going to be at my desk with all my things. So I just want to avoid any fountain pen ink explosions and only bring maybe one or two fountain pens and cartridges if I want to use them. And I'm going to be busy, obviously, with family and kid things. So everything else is sort of like on the side. And I'm also wondering if I will buy a fountain pen or two when I'm in the US. So again, don't even know if I should even bring anything and trying to figure out all these things and make all these considerations. So, all this to say, just thank you for letting me spill out my thoughts for this month. And since I will be traveling, it means I won't have a chit chat video for next month. I'm probably not going to be back until August or September. I'm going to try to film some other videos that are like more evergreen to schedule out, but obviously nothing will be, close to real time. But thank you so much for being here and let me know down in the comments how your fountain pen life is going or if you have any videos to share because I would love to watch. I definitely pretty much watch YouTube, like not TV. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel for more stationery and journaling videos. I hope you have a lovely day and until next time, bye.